good afternoon, students. Today we're going to talk about simultaneous linear equations and two methods to solve them, substitution and elimination. So let's start with the substitution method with an example. So if we're having this example, okay, so here we can see that we have the coefficient in front of y being 1, so that's a good setup to start the substitution method. So what we're going to do is we're going to name both our equations 1 and 2, and we're going to use the first equation and make y the subject. So we're going to write it as y equals 13 minus 2x. Once we've done that, we're simply going to substitute this y inside the second equation. So on the second equation, I rewrite everything the same, except my y will become 13 minus 2x. And then I finish up. Okay, now all you need to do is simplify. So I get 3x plus 26 minus 4x equal minus 5. If I simplify, I get minus x plus 26 equal minus 5. That's x equal 31. To finish this example, you found that x equals 31. Now you need to find y. So we'll go back to this line and we're simply going to write 13 minus 2 times 31, which gives us y equal minus 49. Don't forget to write the solution as a pair of coordinates, so we get 31 minus 49. Okay, second example, we're going to look at elimination. So let's take a second example. So we're going to take 3x minus 6y equals 6, and 4x plus 3y equal minus 2. Okay, so in that case, we don't have a coefficient of 1 in front of any of the variables, but we can still solve it by using the elimination method. So what we're going to do is, once again, we're going to name our equations. And we notice that if I multiply this equation by 2, I will get the same coefficient in front of both y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the second equation by 2. So this gives me 4x plus 6y equal, oops, sorry, it's not 4x, it's 8, equal minus 4. Now, I get minus 6y on the first equation plus 6y on the second equation. So if I add them together, minus 6 and plus 6 will become 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do equation 1 plus 2 times equation 2. So the first equation plus the second equation that we found. So that's going to give me 3x minus 6y, so that's equation 1, plus 4x plus 8x plus 6y equal 6 plus minus 4. So if we simplify, we're going to find 11x equal equal 2 over 11. Okay, so then we do the same thing as the first method. We're going to put our x into one of the equations to find y. So let's use the second equation. So in the second equation, I will put x equal 2 over 11, which will give me 4 times 2 over 11 plus 3y equal minus 2. So I get 8 over 11 plus 3y equal minus 2. So 8 over 11 plus 3y equal minus 2. So if I make y the subject, I get 3y equal minus 2 minus 8 over 11, which gives us 3y equal minus 22 minus 8 over 11. Y equal minus 30 over 33, or minus 10 over 11. Once again, we write them as a pair of brackets, a pair of coordinates, so we get 2 over 11 and minus 10 over 11. Okay, so on the board you have an exercise. Pause the video, try to do it by yourself, and we're going to see the correction in a minute. For this example, you can use either elimination or substitution. In this case, I'm going to use elimination. Okay, so here, if I multiply my first line by 3, I will get 3x on the first equation and minus 3x on the second equation. This is going to make it very easy to get rid of all of my variables. So I multiply my first equation by 3, which gives me 3x plus 18y equal 3. Now if I add the two equations that I have now, which is 3 times the first equation plus the second equation, I will get 3x plus 18y plus minus 3x plus 2y. That's equal to 3 times the first equation plus the second equation. 3x plus minus 3x makes the x's disappear, so I'm left with 20y equal 10, so y equal 10 over 20, which is y equal 1 over 2. Same thing as before, I simply plug my y equal 1 over 2 into one of the two equations. So I'll get x plus 6y equal 1, so that becomes x plus 6 times 1 over 2 equal 1, so x plus 3 equal 1. From that we can deduce that x equal 1 minus 2, minus 3, sorry, x equal minus 2. You write both you write the solution as a pair of coordinates. The solution is minus 2, 1 over 2. Finally, here is the last question. Try to do this at home, and we're going to see the solution tomorrow in class. Good luck.